Ladies and gents, you are watching Sal TV. This is Salamancer, and I'm bringing you an ESEA game in between some of these crazy I-43 casts that we've had. It's just going to bring you one of the ESEA games that happened a little earlier in the season. It was kind of midway through the season on CP Warmfront, and the game is between the Fruit Vendors, aka 2 + 2 = Fruit, versus Seriously Bro, and we've seen Seriously Bro on the channel before. Not sure if we've seen the Fruit Vendors, though, and so this may be their first appearance on my YouTube. Nonetheless, we do have a good mid-fight going on so far with actually the red demo man here for Seriously Bro. Injin is pushing out to the left. You don't see that very often. You typically see the demo man coming up here, but looks like the demo did get pressured quite a bit from the Fruit Vendors. He is down. Cord has managed to stay up, but who knows for how long. He's going to get chased away very quickly here, taking some rockets. Looks like he'll be okay for a little while. But apparently Basic there on, I think Basic is one of the soldiers. Yes, he is, for the Fruit Vendors. Apparently somebody was trading something during the game. I have no idea. But yeah, Basic not happy about something that's happening. Basic was the guy who recommended this game to me, by the way. So props to him for recommending a game that is like this crazy. Now, the records of these teams will show that Fruit Vendors at this point during the season were at 5-4, so 5 wins, 4 losses. Seriously Bro, we're at 6-3, and we've got both soldiers right now peeking out onto this right-hand side. They want to see if they can't pressure the red team a little bit, but instead the red team just said, we're going to roll all over your scouts. So missing 2 scouts is not a good thing for the Fruit Vendors. It's going to be 10 seconds till they get up again, and Seriously Bro knows those spawn times. They are rushing in right now. They've got the player advantage, and so they want to take advantage of it as much as possible. Here comes the Uber. They're probably going to go in just as late as they can, actually, because of course the later you pop that Uber, the more likely you are to keep more of your team alive, most of the time. You want to make the enemy pop first, is pretty much how it works, because you can kind of back out if you don't have to, you know. Anyway, we do have the Uber down for red now, and I will work on my talking about that later, but the Uber is just about fading here for red while it is still going on for blue, and you can see that blue has that invulnerability just a little bit later. They did, of course, force Seriously Bro to push in here and overcommit. Problem is, overcommitting actually worked out quite well for them. It's going to be a scout plus medic cap. And a little bit of a taunt there at the very end to show that, yeah, we just caught it, so no need to live anymore. Seriously Bro, having taken that first round against the Fruit Vendors 1-0. So, on our way out to the point here, we actually shouldn't be watching scout rollouts. That's lame. We'll watch the soldier rollout here on the warm front instead. And of course, these rollouts are very well practiced. I probably should have turned off voice, but okay, we'll just leave that in there. That'll be great. Yeah, Seriously Bro here pushing out, looking very dominant so far. I'm not even sure if they had all that many any losses there. I mean, I don't know if Fruit Vendors managed to get all that many kills up until the very last push. So, got to see if Fruit Vendors can bring it back and get some kills here. So far, a little soldier 1v1 down there, not working out too well for red. They've actually lost 3 players so far, 4 players. They lost their medic as well, and now Dana's going to be on cleanup duty here. There he goes, knocking out Gypsy Davy at Bro. So. That is going to be a clean wipe, actually, for the Fruit Vendors. So this game, not as one-sided as we might have been led to believe last round. Seriously Bro is, of course, going to probably lose their second point here as well. And apparently, Seriously Bro says, we've got you right where we want you. Of course, Fruit Vendors walking in, and they will be taking the second point. So Seriously Bro wanting to make sure that the Fruit Vendors know that they are going to get pushed all the way back to their last point here. That would be pretty... Oh, what is going on? Injin actually running the charge in targe. So, speaking of having them where they want them, I guess they just feel like they're so confident they can push back out here. They're going to run the charge and targe demo man. Now, actually, I may have... Seriously Bro may have been the team that ran the charge and targe against Fnatic as well. I'm not sure, but I did see that happen. I don't think it's on the YouTube right now, but that... I've seen the charge and targe happen, and sometimes it works. It's the teams, especially in ESEA Open, sometimes just like don't realize how to deal with it. They're like, wait, what? He's charging at me? Oh crap, I haven't practiced for this. So, not something you see very often, of course. You really want those sticky bombs to be available, but we occasionally will see charge and targe in ESEA. It's just a different style choice, and Injin, I think, is a pretty good charge and demo, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch and see if he can get some clutch kills here and save the day here for Seriously Bro, who, yeah, seriously, guys, they're actually trying to defend their last. It's probably not going to work very well. Oh my gosh, charge and targe demo man here, chasing after the medic, invulnerable. That is kind of a weird thing to do, but problem is that didn't work out very well for them. It didn't manage to capture the second point here. So Fruit Vendors, 2 + 2 = Fruit here, standing on this second point. They have the charge now, and they even got a scout in there. That would be Mastodon. Went in there to try and cap, just get a little bit of a back cap. So the Uber has gone down now. Basic dies himself, and we just have to see whether Gypsy can stay alive for long enough to stop the cap. The answer is no. Fruit Vendors go 1-1 against Seriously Bro here, so we should go down their rosters on the way out to this rollout. We're going to be watching on Fruit Vendors, Cord is their medic, Veronica, 420 is the demo man, Basic and Spyro, their soldiers, Mastodon and Dana are their scouts. And for Seriously Bro, we've got Goomba on the medic, soldiers are Highway Unicorn and Foster, the scouts are Gypsy Davy and R-Lines, probably just going to call him Lines, and Injin is their demo man. We've seen him on the charge and targe, so that is why he's rolling out to the left-hand side. He's probably going to use that charge the whole game, I imagine. Just not feeling comfortable with stickies this game, I guess. Dana, the first one down here at the mid-fight, so lots and lots of really aggressive action there by the soldiers of Seriously Bro, doing a very good job at just dealing lots and lots of damage. So they're making up for the fact they don't have those sticky bombs. But now, once again, it's been practically a clean wipe here. Only Injin is left. He is... now, the interesting thing about the charge and targe is that you actually take a seriously reduced amount of damage from explosives. So, for that reason alone, it's a little bit viable in these sort of situations, just because you're tanking a lot of the damage from demo men and soldiers a lot better than you otherwise would if you didn't have that targe out. Of course, the problem is it eliminates the sticky bombs, and so since you're missing those stickies, you don't have that really good area denial capability, and you don't have just the sheer damage potential of the normal vanilla demo man, which is why we don't see the charge and targe too often. Nonetheless, that is what we're seeing. So, and there he goes, forces the early pop there on the Uber, but he is probably going to die. Look at how much damage he's taking though, tanking so many stickies. So that could be part of the reason they run this. They've got him there as a huge damage soak, and it seems to be working. Cord goes down, Basic goes down. Veronica is the only one left alive right now, and looks like he's overcommitted. There he goes. Very good kill there by Gypsy Davy, Highway Unicorn dealing a lot of the damage on that demo man. And Basic said he had some lag. I would tend to agree. I think we were watching the Basic cam there as he Ubered in, and he did have just a little bit of lag on my screen, so that's no fun. Trying to push in and getting... now, of course, it looks like Seriously Bro has the 100% Uber advantage. It is, of course, still 1-1 for them against Fruit Vendors, and the Fruit Vendors are balling back here. 2 + 2 = Fruit, having to fall back to the midpoint after that very unsuccessful push into last. Now, Fruit Vendors, while they are defending over here, and looks like they've got a little bit of a scout push, but he has been spotted. Foster's already down, but so is Veronica 420, and that's no good. Of course, Veronica 420, the demo man, using the normal stickies, so if that demo man goes down, you just lose the ability to stop enemies from running roughshod all over the place. They have that 100% Uber advantage right now, so they are using it just to be super aggressive, spamming some pills in, but those pills aren't really going to do a lot. You really want to be able to sticky snipe at this sort of range. But hey, whatever, they're running... They've decided to abandon their demo man for a more close range class, and he closes that distance very quickly. Injin does go down to Dana though, and here comes Seriously Bro's Uber. They finally popped it. They had it ever since last, and they've just been holding on to it because Fruit Vendors gave them a lot of ground. But we're probably going to see, oh, look at Dana getting some really huge damage there on the medic, and there he goes, gets taken out by a soldier, and now Dana's trying to protect the medic from this scout here. Scout not going to get anything done, so Gypsy Davy is down. Cord has 100% Uber, so they should be able to push right back. They're easily going to be able to cap mid here. They've got 100% Uber advantage. They just don't want to have to use it. So they are capping the middle point on warm front, which is of course just cold front reskinned, and there's a couple of differences that you'll see that make competitive just a little bit easier on this than on cold front. One of the main differences is that last point. They just added in glass all the way up the back side of the last point, where normally there's just an open space there. So teams like to put like a heavy just standing on top of that open space, and that can be very difficult to deal with. But with the glass there, of course, you can't defend it from behind. You have to walk out in front of it to defend it. It makes it a lot harder to defend, and it just makes the games go a little bit faster. Fruit Vendors here now finally having to pop their Uber, so we are going to see what happens there. Looks like Injin does go down once again with that charge and targe, soaking up a lot of damage, but he is the first casualty for Seriously Bro, and it looks like they are falling back once again to defend last point. Now, this is, of course, exactly where Seriously Bro wanted them last time, right? At least according to them. Mastodon here just overextending a little bit, and now he's decided to just hang out on the floor for a while. So, of course, overextending is never a good idea, but at least we got to catch that chillax and pose there from Mastodon. And now we're going to be watching Veronica once again, and you see, of course, that Veronica is laying down those sticky traps. Sticky traps don't really matter so much against invulnerable enemies, though, and he's just getting, he or she, I'm not even sure, is getting chased down here by an Uber soldier. Uber did not actually get any kills, but Veronica is very, very hurt right now, just now getting healed up by the medic who's at 75% here. Cord trying to keep that Uber up as long as he can. Can he do it, though? Looks like he's about at 90%. Just wants to make sure he doesn't take a lot of damage coming through the upper left area. Now, interestingly, they are fighting over this right-hand side. Normally, you'll see the medic want to hang out on the left, just because it's a little bit better defended. He's not going to get hit quite as easily by flanking stuff going on. There's nothing flanking back here. I thought I saw a soldier there, but there wasn't. No soldier back there. So, the Uber is popped once again. They are going to capture second here again, and so it's just going to be right back into the same position here, except that Fruit Vendors actually have a 6-player advantage against the 2 players left alive for Seriously Bro. So, the problem for Seriously Bro right now is that they are in the danger zone. And there they go with only the 2 players left alive to try and defend it. Gypsy, Davey, Goomba both go down. No fun for them. So here we go. We're going to watch Basic on the rollout here. No, he's doing the Equalizer rollout. So we're going to watch Spyro instead, because that would be silly to just watch an Equalizer rollout. Yeah, so anyway, I think the Fruit Vendors actually got sponsored just briefly. Maybe like they've got a Mumble server. They're trying to get a TF2 server as well. They got sponsored by Fnatic, which I believe is a German gaming organization, but they decided to sponsor Fruit Vendors as well. So good to see that they are putting their sponsorship dollars towards North American scene, and we want to get these guys out there as much as possible, just because seeing sponsorships come into North America is one way to grow this scene. So give your love to Fnatic, guys, just for that. Now, 3 members of Fruit Vendors are already down, though. So as I'm saying, Team Fnatic sponsors these guys. Looks like they actually get wiped out at mid. So not the greatest thing in the world. But as I said, I was recommended this game by Fruit Vendors. So it's not just going to be a huge wipeout. It is going to be an excellent game, I promise. So here he goes. Cord getting right back to this last point, making sure he builds that Uber up as much as he can. Goomba actually died at the mid-fight, so he is just now coming back up. And oh, that is the problem with using the charge and targe. Charging straight ahead, not realizing something is shooting at you from the side. So Engine has gone down. Highway Unicorn now has gone down as well, and we didn't quite get to see that. But wow, yeah, the Fruit Vendors here actually dealing a heck of a lot of damage to Seriously Bro. Problem with Seriously Bro right now is that they just didn't have that medic to support the push. They kind of pushed in not 1 at a time, but only 3 at a time, and the Fruit Vendors pretty much all coordinated that push, so well done to them. Seriously Bro now having to set up a defensive area back out here, but they're doing the right thing. They're pushing back and saying, okay, well, you know, we'll just give them a little bit of ground here, because we need to meet up with the rest of our reinforcements. We don't want to take them on 6v3. It's probably a bad idea, you know, unless we had like 3 heavies, but that's not allowed. And oh wow, nice air pipe there. Pops Veronica up into the air, forcing the Uber just a little bit early there for Cord, and Goomba still has his Uber, doesn't want to die yet, and he's not going to. Mastodon goes down. There he goes, finally pops the Uber, and he was feeling just a little bit pressured there by that soldier, that's why he did it. But looks like they're going to be able to knock out Cord just fine. Yeah, excellent Uber there from Seriously Bro, practically wiping out the 2+2 = Fruit team, so they're saying, no, this midpoint's ours, you can't have it right now, it is totally ours, we claimed it, I think our dog even peed on it, so no, we've marked our territory here. Seriously Bro going to make sure that they hold that and push on to second. They're going to have about a 30%, 40% even Uber advantage by the time Cord gets back up and starts healing people. So they know they've got the advantage. And what these teams will do in 6v6, they will watch like hawks. They want to see when the enemy medic respawns, because if they know that, then they know exactly how much of a percentage advantage they have, and so when they get up to 100%, they need to say, okay, well, they're about, you know, this many seconds away from the Uber. It's a game of timing, guys. It really is. Timing these pushes with your Uber is really, really extremely important. So we've been watching the Goomba cam just for a little bit too long, I think, but Seriously Bro here, very much able to push in here. I think they will be able to as soon as the Uber gets up to 100%. We've got Mastodon on the sniper, though, and Mastodon, I don't know how his sniping ability is, but it looks like he's got the standard sniping spots available. And what they want to do is just get some intel about where the enemy's coming in so they can push their sniper out. He did take 1 shot, took a lot of health off of Engine, but Engine is still alive. Mastodon trying to get some headshots here, and it's just not working quite yet. He switched back over to Scout now, and Veronica is down. The Ubers have gone off. Engine and Foster both down for Seriously Bro right now. They're not getting a lot of damage off of this Uber yet, so the Uber just now finishing up for Cord there. They're going to have to stop this cap, and that's part of the problem, of course, with playing defense on these last points. The enemy can just walk on and start to try to cap, and that forces at least one person to go stand on the point. Of course, if you're standing on that point, you are very vulnerable to a lot of spam, and Seriously Bro was counting on that, so that is exactly what happened. They got to spam down onto that point and just take out the up until then, what was a very good defense for the Fruit Vendors. So we're going to watch the Demo Man roll out here for Seriously Bro, which normally would be like really super interesting because he'd do all these crazy sticky jumps, and instead Engine has decided to make it really boring for us by, no, just kidding, but he is running the Charge and Targe Islander, which is just a really cute combination. Running into the chain link fence there, that was kind of cute. So let's see what happens at this mid-fight. Now, they are still, like at the mid-fights, you're not going to be seeing a whole lot of zoning off. Instead, you're just going to see a lot of people trying to get some mobility advantage on the enemy, and that actually comes into play here. Looks like Fruit Vendors up here trying to get a kill there, and they do manage to take out Goomba, so the medic is down for Seriously Bro. They've only got a Scout and Highway Unicorn left up right now. Highway Unicorn on the Soldier, of course. Looks like he's about to die here, but does get a lot of damage out before he does. So the Fruit Vendors have lost 2 so far at this mid-fight, and where is Cord? He is just now getting back up here to start getting his precious heal beam on his team and make sure they stay alive. And of course, what did we learn? Apparently, that Scout always wins. So get on his team, guys, because if you want to win, that's how you do it. Fruit Vendors here are, I believe, behind 2-1 right now against Seriously Bro in this first half, and so they're going to have to bring it back, but it looks like they can do that. They've got an Uber advantage right now. They're going to try and push in. Spyro, I think, is going to be the roaming soldier here for Fruit Vendors. The Pocket looks like it'll be basic, but I'm not entirely sure right now. We're going to have to see which one gets the Uber. That'll usually tell you which one's Pocket, which one's roamer. I don't know. Nonetheless, Basic actually went down right away, so did Veronica, and so they're down 3 members right now. Where is all this death even happening? They Uber a soldier in, but of course it's just one soldier, and all the enemy team has to do is just kind of back away from this and say, yeah, we don't want to take on your soldier while he's invincible. We'll just take you on once you're surrounded and not invincible anymore. That's what's happening right now, and Cord not even able to get away from there. That was lines, not runes, but lines. I think I said runes earlier, but anyway, getting a really good kill there on the medic as he retreated. That was just well done there by Seriously Bro to surround the Fruit Vendors and say, you know, give us all of your fruit. This is a fruit heist. So that is exactly what happened right there. We had a fruit heist going on. All right, capping the central point for Seriously Bro. Looks like there was a good attempt at a medic bomb there. Basic tried to jump in and kill Goomba, but he was just collapsed on really fast. So Goomba is still alive, maintaining his 100% Uber, and that could bring us to... oh no, it is 2-2. So that could bring us to 3-2 in this game. Seriously Bro versus the Fruit Vendors, the 2+2 = fruit team from ESEA Open. And yes, this is an ESEA Open level game. Forgot to mention that earlier, but ESEA Open level. So we are going to see the teams not quite as refined as some of our ESEA Invite and IM teams. Nonetheless, these are very good, and I do believe both of these teams are in the playoffs for this season, so it's going to be fun to watch both of them as they continue. Seriously Bro here looks like they are very easily going to be able to cap this. A couple people standing on the point right now for for the Fruit Vendors, but the problem is they are all dying slowly but surely. That medic just cannot outpace the damage that is being dealt by Seriously Bro. So we are going to have halftime, guys. Seriously Bro versus the Fruit Vendors, and I will be right back once halftime is done. And we're back with the second half of Seriously Bro against the Fruit Vendors. So we're going to have to see if Fruit Vendors can bring it back against Seriously Bro here, or if Seriously Bro is just going to say, no, you know what, we have what it takes. Our players are so good we can run a charge and targe demo man and not even worry about losing this game. So Spyro getting out here, doing the rollout that we've seen once again, and trying to damage himself so they get the Uber just built up that much faster. But actually, they are just a little bit slow to mid. I think so is Seriously Bro, though. Seriously Bro here running... the charge and targe once again. They are getting around the left-hand side, but it looks like they've actually given up a lot of ground here. And wow, Fruit Vendors, though, losing a lot of players. Seriously Bro here coming out on top. There goes Cord, so everybody's down right now. Seriously Bro looking like they have a huge advantage going into the second half. So it's already 3-2 against Fruit Vendors. 2+2 = fruit, and looks like it is probably going to be 4-2. They've got the 100% Uber advantage, and there's no way that Fruit can make a play for the second point here. They've already pretty much got it on lockdown. So we are probably going to see Fruit trying to defend last against an Uber push, and that's never a fun situation to be in. Let's see how Team Fruit is going to respond to this. Maybe they can you know, pull out some last-minute oranges, apples, and bananas and say, no, guys, check these out instead. Don't kill us. Just shoot at our fruit. And there you go. It's kind of what they did. It was a mini sentry instead of an orange, but that's sort of how it worked. So looks like this push so far is actually not doing all that well for Seriously Bro. The Fruit Vendors are managing to successfully hold this off. Only 2 scouts left alive, but the problem is, for offense here, it is just going to be an engineer, medic, and looks like a demo man and a soldier now. The demo man, Veronica, just now getting up onto the second point. And can he or she, and I keep wanting to say he because, of course, everybody who plays video games is a guy, right? Just kidding. But you know, until I know, I normally make that assumption. But yeah, we'll just call him a he for now, anyway. But yeah, Veronica is up here, and I was wondering if actually capture this point, given that the enemy was already respawning. Looks like it has happened though. So the Fruit Vendors have managed to cap the second point. They did, I think, lose. No, they haven't lost anybody. That is InGen, I believe, who ended up dying, or Foster, one or the other. So it's going to end up being Fruit Vendors with a serious advantage here, pushing out into Seriously Bro. And I did not even mean to make that pun, but that is what just happened, guys. So deal with it. .avi. Here comes the blue defense here. They do have a 100% Uber charge on the middle point, so it's going to be up to Fruit Vendors here. Can they be aggressive enough to knock this out? Looks like Highway Unicorn, the first one to go down. Seriously Bro has lost a soldier in this fight. He will not be able to reinforce very quickly. They're sending a scout around to try and force this early Uber pop from Cord, but Cord is not going to have any of it, and neither is the rest of his team. Veronica has gone down, though, so that was a good kill there for Veronica to be killed. The Uber now was, of course, forced for Fruit just a little bit earlier, so they're having to fall back and stay away from the Uber team that is Seriously Bro. Basic up here trying to deal some damage, though, and looks like he managed to get away with that. That was some really good rocket jumping work by Fruit, by the way, to get away from there, because he knew exactly how much health that jump would take away from him. And, he ended up going down to Gypsy Davy anyway, though, so Gypsy, we're going to watch the Gypsy cam just for a little bit here while he tries to escape the terror that is that scout of Mastodon. Mastodon finally goes down there. Fruit, I don't agree with their decision anymore. They should probably be falling back here. It's exactly what they're doing. Oh, now that I say that, though, Veronica way overextending there, and now it's just going to be up to Dana to make sure that Cord stays alive. And yeah, I really shouldn't even be trying to hold on to this push or this point anymore. Now, interesting decision to run the Islander as well. If you're running the Islander, you got to get those kills with it, because otherwise you only have like 150 health to start with, whereas a normal demo man starts out with 175. So 150 health for the demo man is significantly lower. He does get that. Oh no! As I'm talking about that, of course, he looks like Fruit Vendors here is going to lose, so there we go. It's 4-2 right now. These games are only played to 5 all caps total, so we're going to see, looks like Seriously Bro has this probably in the bag, unless Fruit Vendors can get 3 more caps before time is up. It is, of course, 25 minutes, so anything can happen, guys, and we're going to be watching a very exciting game here. I just know it, and it already has been exciting so far to see the Islander, but I was going to say, if you don't get those kills and you don't start taking heads from people with the Islander, then you're stuck at 150 health and you're actually pretty slow. So we're going to have to see whether there are actually any Islander kills. I don't think I've even seen any yet. There could have been 1 or 2, but it just reduces his health. So that's made up for by the fact that pretty much everybody who is going to be attacking him is going to be using explosive damage, which is mitigated by like 45%. It's a pretty crazy number, so he should be okay for that. Now, on the other hand, he's not going to be okay for defending his medic. His medic is already down, and I don't think he realized that. Just kind of crouching there behind the wall to see if he couldn't stay alive. Gypsy Davy, can he get that equalizer kill? Couldn't do it, but ended up finishing off Veronica with a shotgun. So what looked like a really bad round for Seriously Bro there at the mid-fight looks like it's turned around for them, and Dana gets taken down by the equalizer. So Gypsy Davy loving that equalizer kill so far. Team Fruit Vendors here, 2 + 2 = Fruit / Fnatic, who they are now sponsored by, is going to try to push out here and defend their second. The Ubers are just about even, and there's really going to be no appreciable difference between the two. So they're setting up a very good hold here on the right-hand side. Their medic can stay behind those crates or hang out even farther back if he wants to. But yeah, pretty much just going to keep the heals on his soldiers, and they're going to shut down this entrance entirely. And by staying up here on the high ground, of course, the enemy does not want to push into here, because if they try to go through this choke, they can get stickied and rocket spammed to death. So this is a very good holds location for any defending team on the second point if you're in that situation. The problem, of course, is this hallway, and you just need to make sure your scouts and possibly your roamer are paying attention there. Sometimes you will see a sniper appear over here as well, just out of the blue, but we've not seen any sniping pretty much all game except that one try by a Mastodon. Didn't really do a heck of a lot of damage either. So it looks like these teams may just not be that confident with their sniper off-classing. The Uber was actually popped here for Team Seriously Bro. They've run in, they knocked out Cord, and so with 3 down right now for Team Fruit Vendors, this is actually looking like it's going to be the end of the game here. The Uber advantage does go seriously to Seriously Bro. They are going to have a big advantage walking in here. Can Veronica end up getting a sticky trap there? No, not really. Just having to reload all these stickies was almost completely out there anyway. Oh, interestingly, we do have a pause, so we'll be right back after that pause. So the pause is over. Looks like what actually happened there was Cord from the Fruit Vendors disconnected. connected, so that's no good. They don't even have a medic on Fruit Vendors right now, and that pretty much just says to Seriously Bro, okay, let's push in here and end this game, so that is probably going to be it, guys. I mean, unless some kind of miracle happens here. Fruit Vendors probably going to have this game won. The Uber's actually gone right now, though, and Goomba is dead. Looks like they're just keep trying to push in here, and it's not going to work. Seriously Bro actually losing a lot of players right now. Fruit Vendors down to 3 remaining, and good clutch defense so far. So, interestingly, they've just drawn this game out a little bit. Only, once again, 2 remaining up. Now 2 more have just spawned for Seriously Bro. They've got their medic and their scout hanging out here on this second point. Not always a great combination. Good spam down there, but I think they may actually lose the second point if they're not careful, and I am going completely the wrong way with that camera, so apologies for that. But there we go. Seriously Bro finally pushing out onto the second point, and we do have Cord back in the game, so there we go. Got the HUD reloaded, so he is on the team now. Seriously Bro, once again, going to try to push in here. They do have about a 20% Uber advantage, so Fruit Vendors, I don't know what they can do at this point. They are once again stuck defending last, and we've got pretty much no off-classing. Mastodon once again on the sniper, so he's the only guy left alive right now, doing off-classing anyway. Everybody else is pretty much on their main classes. Of course, Engine still on the charge and targe. We've got 2 soldiers for each team, Demo Man, Medic. So, yeah, looking like Fruit Vendors here is just looking to get that pick on the enemy as soon as they push in. The Ubers have about equalized out here. I think Cord has asked his team to build that Uber just a little bit more aggressively. That's exactly what they're doing. Veronica just pipe spamming over here, got the sticky trap hanging out there, and it is visible to the enemy team, so they know it's there. If they walk through it, of course, they will probably die. Not what they want to do. But, oh, there he goes. Actually, good body shot there by Mastodon on Goomba. Pop it, don't drop it is the phrase. Veronica got a good air pipe there on Engine. So, actually, look at this. All 6 still up for Fruit Vendors, and Seriously Bro is down by 4 players here. They just got to watch their last points so they don't get back capped here. That would be really, really bad. But it looks like Veronica doing exactly that, watching the last point. So this second point here is going to get capped by Fruit Vendors. It is 4-2 right now, and Fruit was so very, very close to losing that battle. But the issue the Seriously Bro team had was that they pushed in kind of uncoordinated there at the end, and then Goomba ended up getting body shot and going down in that second push they had. So now they were in a really good position to win the game, and now it is, of course, 2-4, and they're losing mid. So that's never fun. Now, of course, there's only about 20 minutes left in this game, so I would be, I wouldn't say I'd be totally surprised if Fruit can bring it back, but that would make for an epic game if that's exactly what happened. Fruit Vendors here have lost 2, however, and so it looks like they may end up having to fall back here. The problem is, every time they have to fall back, they are wasting time now. Time is running out for them, and attempting to get that Islander kill, didn't quite get it. Now Engine is having to back out. Our lines is down, and looks like our scout over here taking a lot of damage, did not die yet, so it's that's exactly what he wants. Engine getting some good air pipes there on Dana as well. Dana even acknowledging, oh yeah, that was actually a pretty good air pipe. So once again, Seriously Bro here pushing on to the last point. But I mean, we've just seen so much craziness happening so far this game that, okay, looks like actually Seriously Bro has finally decided to take a page out of the straight up normal offense book and run a sniper. They are running 2 snipers right now, and wait a minute. Pull that out. Pull that weapon out, Highway Unicorn. Highway Unicorn, one of their soldiers, is actually running the Huntsman sniper. That's not something you see very often here. The Uber's already been popped for the Fruit Vendors, and it looks like it was popped as well for Goomba, so they pushed in there once again, and Fruit Vendors just doing a really good job defending. Highway Unicorn trying to get some some shots off with this bow and arrow, but of course the bow and arrow not nearly as good of a long-range weapon as the sniper rifle. Probably not going to see too many kills off of this. Interesting choice to drop a soldier and go for a Huntsman sniper. That almost says to me, like, we don't even care about this game anymore because we feel like we have it in the bag. So I don't know. That's kind of a weird play. Mastodon dropping down the mini sentry once again, and it looks like he's just doing that just to stay safe. He'll probably go swap back to scout as soon as this is over, because Team Fruit here is pushing out and capping once again the second point. I don't know if their offense has been good enough so far to really go all the way to last. They've capped last a couple times before. It's just that right now they seem to be feeling a little bit of psychological pressure here. Like, man, it's been a crazy game so far. So can we push out and win and get all the way to their last point from our second? So far, their last attempt to push out to mid, of course, didn't work very well. Oh no, there's that Islander kill they wanted. But of course, Mastodon ended up getting a very quick pick on him. him with the scattergun. Cord popped that Uber just a little bit too late, and so the problem is now he's wasted the Uber. Goomba has 100% advantage. They're going to have to build as fast as possible, but it's not going to be nearly fast enough. Goomba here is going to want to push in now. Gypsy Davy is on the Soldier, and it looks like Highway Unicorn is still on the Sniper, interestingly enough. Probably still... Oh my god, did they Uber a Huntsman Sniper? Did that just happen? This is ESEA Open. This was a league match. This was not like a scrim or anything. Uber Huntsman Sniper. So that is something that I never thought I would actually see in an ESEA Open match. Awesome. Awesome. I can cross that off my list now. Thank you very much, seriously, bro, for that. And so the Fruit Vendors here not quite knowing how to deal with this so far. They are dealing a lot of damage right now. Highway Unicorn finally going down, so no more bow and arrow action for us. Fruit Vendors here has 100% of their team left alive right now, but Cord does go down there. Takes a lot of damage. Foster with that finishing him off. And of course... managed to run in there and do that just because he knew. Wow, an Engine trying to deal a lot of damage there, and he actually did deal a heck of a lot of damage to the Fruit Vendors team with that one charge. Mastodon right now just trying to finish off this Soldier, but it's not going to happen. Gypsy knocking him out, and running around with that Equalizer out is just... oh, wow, look at how awesomely he's dodging the stickies there, too, from Veronica. So, oh my gosh. Dana finally manages to take him out there, but not before taking way too much damage. Now probably in a very, very bad position here for Veronica. Oh no, looks like getting picked up by the medic, so gonna be okay. You're alright, Veronica, and it is time to walk out to the mid-fight here. You're lucky I died there, otherwise I would have survived. I like that line. That's creative. So, seriously, bro, you're having the Uber advantage, actually. I don't know if they realize it, but they probably should. Fruit Vendors here trying to push in anyway. They know that time is running out. They know that the clock is ticking, and we're just going to follow that pill there as it runs back towards the Fruit Vendors team. Not dealing a lot of damage here. But yeah, Fruit Vendors doing the wise thing. They have to back up here because they've got that Uber disadvantage, so they have to back out and say, okay, we want them to come to us. Maybe they'll lose a player, or maybe we'll lose our medic again. So that's no good. Fruit Vendors here on the back foot once again. Now, there have actually been 2 deaths, 3 deaths now from Seriously Bro here. So Team Fruit, even without their medic, is doing a very good job of pressuring, and oh no, Goomba dropped Uber. That's no good for Seriously Bro here. They've only got 2 players left. Gypsy at 11 health, trying to run away, but he may end up getting taken out very, very quickly here. Doing some great dodging work, but I don't know. You know, he does manage to get away. Problem is, he just can't deal any damage right now. So even though he's running back, it actually doesn't matter that they have a player up because that player can't do anything. And there we go, Gypsy Davy taking. Oh no, that was Highway Unicorn. My bad. Ended up taking out Spyro. So good work by him. And of course, staying alive is better than dying because you get to run back and heal up quickly. But having a lot of health better than not having a lot of health. Now, of course, mid has actually gone to Team Fruit. So Fruit has managed to take mid. We're going to have to see how far forward they try to push here. They have, once again, just a little bit of an Uber disadvantage, but only about 10%. That's not actually going to translate into a heck of a lot of an advantage for either team. And Fruit Vendors here doing their best to push up through multiple angles onto this point. Actually, they've got the Scout and Demo Man coming up from the side. Mastodon does go down so far. Veronica trying to take out this Soldier over here, but 1v1 Soldier v Demo is actually pretty gosh darn tough for the Demo Man. Nonetheless, the rest of the Fruit Vendors team is pushed on to the second point, and there is no Uber advantage, but seriously, bro, just handing them this point right now. I guess they just aren't playing coordinated enough. I don't know if they're... you know, maybe they're giving this game away or something like that. They're just like, yeah, we don't want to play anymore. But so far, it is still 4-2, and I mean, time is of the essence here. Team Fruit really got to come in here and take this if they want to have any chance of winning. A good Uber pop here so far. Not a lot of kills yet. Damage is coming down though, slowly but surely. First person to die is Foster. He's a Scout. Not a lot of health left for him. Goomba and Highway go down to the same rocket. Engine standing on the point here with his sword out in his hand. Pistol Scout, the only thing that is left. So Fruit Vendors taking a round, putting it up to 3-4 in this game. So Fruit Vendors versus Seriously Bro, 3-4 for the Fruit Vendors. 2 + 2 = Fruit, aka Fnatic. They've changed their name, I think, quite a bit, but they may end up settling on Fnatic here as they have a sponsorship now. So that's going to be pretty cool. And I'm not sure about Seriously Bro. I want to talk to some of them too because, of course, these have been great games all around. We're going to watch a Scout roll out because why not? The Fruit Vendors here are taking a good position at mid, and we do see everybody is on their normal classes here. 4 teams Seriously Bro. We've got 2 soldiers here. It just would not make sense to run anything other than normal classes to the mid-fight because you won't get there on time, you won't get the damage out, and so the mid-fight is very, very well coordinated by both teams. Just choreographed almost. Spyro goes down there, so does Lines, though, the Scout. Only 2 people left up right now for Seriously Bro are Soldier and Demo Man. Demo Man, of course, running the Demo Knight concept with the Targe and the Sword. and of course the grenade launcher. Taking a lot of damage here. He's not liking that very much. He's going to try and get a charge. Oh, and looks like he didn't get it, and that sticky could have killed him. I think Injin is in a seriously bad position here. For seriously, bro. Team Fruit Vendors actually has 100% Uber advantage right now, and so Gypsy has gone heavy, probably going to stay on that last point. Interestingly, Fruit Vendors have not pushed into the second yet, but this actually, this could get tied up 4-4 if Fruit Vendors can push in here and not have to pop that Uber. But again, time is running out here, so it looks like they don't have to pop yet, and because of that heavy there, I think we're going to see him just standing on last. So it's going to be a pretty clutch defensive situation here for Team Seriously Bro. Can they stop this from going 4-4? That's not what they want at all. Good spam coming down, so Fruit Vendor's taking a lot of damage here, but the Uber does get popped. Basic finally gets that Uber flash to him at about 40 health here, so he's going to go over and deal as much damage as he can to the heavy. Good try at capping there, but the problem was there were stickies, and so of course sticky bombs are very, very highly damaging. Sounds like there was a sword kill there for Injin, so well done to him, but doesn't matter when the enemy can just go stand on the point. Spyro alone captured that point for his team. It is it is 4-4 with 12 minutes left. So Team Fruit Vendors has really pulled this out so far, and it's all going to come down to this last round. Apparently, the status is not didn't went big, it is went big for Team Fruit Vendors. So good for them having went big that last round. And they're going to have to went big again this round if they want to continue their streak. I think they had a winning streak going into this game. I could be wrong, but the Fruit Vendors so far showing us that they are a really good comeback team. I just want to see if they can finish this off. Oh my gosh, lots and lots of death right now for both teams, but so far it's only Dana and Mastodon, the two scouts down for Team Fruit Vendors. It's pretty much everybody now for Seriously Bro here, so Cord is going to be able to stay alive. Those scouts are good for watching your flanks, but when the enemy only has a soldier and a medic left alive, you don't really have to worry about your flanks too much because they're not going to be flanking you, or if they do, I mean, everybody's going to kind of know where they are anyway, so... Yeah, scouts are going to come back up in time to keep their flanks secure, and Seriously Bro has been pushed back into their second point. Once again, they are sitting back here on defense, not where they want to be, considering going into the half, it was, I mean, at one point it was 4-2, so it's now 4-4. So Fruit Vendors have brought it back big time, and we're going to have to see if they can push in here and be successful. Now, Uber against Uber, sometimes they haven't done very well. That's the problem, is that I think Seriously Bro is going to bank on them pushing in here and getting a little bit out of position. Wow, look at that pipe aim there, just barely getting that through that hallway to do some good spam. So when I talk about area denial, that is one way you can do it. It's a demo, man. Get that spam going. But yeah, look at this. Seriously Bro here is doing a very good job of just keeping Fruit Vendors from attacking. We're going to have to see whether Fruit Vendors can coordinate their attack well enough. Looks like actually Fruit Vendors just wants to wait a little bit for, for Seriously Bro to get really aggressive. And they are getting really aggressive. Popping out here. Now, Highway Unicorn took a lot of damage, but he knew exactly how much he could take there and popped right back in. So well done to him for that play. That was getting out there, trying to just delay the push as much as possible and see if he could get a kill. He backed off when he knew he couldn't. That's exactly what he wanted to do. And once again, they're going to do the same thing, try to bomb the medic. The Uber is forced early, but Highway Unicorn goes down. So we've got a 5-on-6 situation right now, and Goomba trying to hold on to this Uber, but trying to hold on to it a little bit too long. His team has gotten out of position here. Injin, the only one left alive right now, against 6 players. What can you do as a demo knight? Even while you're Uber, just not enough damage. They are falling back to last with this Uber. That is no good. So it is going to be about a 30% Uber advantage for Cord going into this last point, and they're pushing it right now. They know they have a player advantage. 3 players are going to spawn for the enemy team, but they can make it basically two 6-against-3 situations instead of a 6v6 situation. That's exactly what they want to do. Not even waiting for the Uber. They're getting onto the point right now, but there is a demo knight trying to stop them, but there they go. Fruit Vendors win the game 5-4. Brought it back from a 4-2. So, wow, guys, that was an incredibly intense match. You have been watching Sal TV, and of course, I want you guys to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy seeing competitive TF2 casts just like this. But also, don't just hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends all about the channel. Make sure that we get the word out that competitive TF2 is not dead in North America. You European guys out there saying, isn't it dead? No, it's not. We've got great games going on over here. So check them out. This has been Salamancer signing out.